Here's a segment from the latest edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a monthly local talk show.
There are 9 members of the St. Charles Parish Council. 7 of them represent the individual districts, and 2 of them serve as at-large members by representing all districts. As members of the legislative branch of government, these individuals make the final call on all of the parish's largest decisions, including the passage of the annual budget each October. They also remain on call and accessible to residents needing to report issues in their districts and help facilitate the response. In order to keep residents better informed of their affairs, we will be naming this segment the Council Corner and making it a permanent installation of this show. Each month, a different member of the Parish Council will be joining me on the show. With me today is District 7 Councilwoman and Council Vice Chair, Julia Fisher-Perrier. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show with me, Julia.
Thanks for having me, Tristan.
Okay, let's dive into my first question. You were appointed the Council Vice Chair this year.
Correct.
Tell us, how does that happen and what are some of the duties that come with that?
The day after inauguration, we have an organizational meeting. It's basically like our first council meeting. The council votes on who they feel should be chairman for the year and vice chairman for the year. That changes yearly. The duties that come with chairman and vice chairman of the actual council, the chairman actually facilitates the meetings. They have to be familiar with Robert's Rules of Order and the council rules to keep those meetings flowing procedurally, properly. And in addition to that, the vice chair will step in if the chair is ever unavailable. And the 2 of them share some duties in the way of communication amongst maybe the council to the administration or other bodies. We sort of serve as a voice there. We also appoint at that meeting the chairman of all the different committees. So hurricane protection committees, legislative committee, those chairmen are designated there at that meeting as well. So, and that's for 1 year, and it changes every year, like I said. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I think you served as council chairman before in the
I
past.
did, correct.
You attended NAKO, legislative NAKO, in February. What are some of the things you guys lobbied for there? Because that NAKO is not really so much as a conference as it is an opportunity to meet some of our lawmakers.
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, NAKO stands for National Association of County Officials. So basically it's a gathering of all the local officials throughout the country in one place. It's a good place for us to get to see how other parishes or counties, as most call them, how they do things. Get some different ideas, and it's also an opportunity for us to enlist the help of those other counties and parishes to help with our issues. Flood insurance has been #1 on our docket for the past few years, so we've really done a good job of communicating that issue is not only unique to us in the South. We've spread the word, explained that after Hurricane Sandy, they were definitely going to be affected by some of those rate changes, and we've passed some legislation there on NAKO's policy level, which has been sent up to the federal level, and it's really made some waves. So it's an opportunity just to get the entire country behind our local issues.
Absolutely. Every year, you guys, as the council, attend the Police Jury Association Conference.
Yes.
What does that entail?
The police jury is similar to NAKO, but it's on a state level. Police jury is technically the name for all of the local officials in Louisiana still.
I mean, because we used to have a police jury
We
here.
were,
Now
correct.
we're a council, but
correct. We're councilmanic, but there are still police juries in Louisiana.
Absolutely.
But it's basically just all the local level elected officials in the state. It's a little different in that there are some committees within that we're maybe a little more involved in. We have a specific agenda when we go to NAKO, and we haven't broadened out quite as much as we can, but police jury, actually, I'm the chairman of the Wildlife and Fisheries Committee. Wendy Benedetto is vice chair of one of the committees. It's just a place to hear from others that have the same needs as us, just as NAKO, but really specific to what our needs are.
And a lot of that, too, is making connections, I would think, too, with,
You got it. Absolutely, with other lawmakers. At the Wildlife and Fisheries Committee, we heard from Secretary of Wildlife and Fisheries, Charlie Melanson.
Okay.
So it's an opportunity to bring in some of our state legislators to see us all in one place.
Get them familiar with our area and our needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some other things the Parish Council is working on?
We're halfway through our first year of our first term with 3 new council members, and they've been a great addition to the team in the way of what we're doing as a council. We're just continuing to serve our constituents. We're somewhat liaisons to the residents out there. We still handle the small things like stop signs and drainage and the garbage cans. You know, we can be that go-between if we need to be that go-between, in addition to all the lobbying that we've done to try to get our parish settled and straight and safe. But yeah, we're still just there for budgetary items and the basic everyday to day.
That's coming to the budget.
Yeah.
That,
Budget. That's our big number one.
Exactly. Well,
We're lawmakers. We approve the budget, but we can still handle a stop sign. So.
And it's interesting that you point that out, because you do kind of deal with things on a national level as far as lobbying, and then you also deal with some of the very small things, getting a stop sign or a speed bump.
Absolutely.
As far as District 7 is concerned, anything that's going on in District 7, new businesses?
District 7 has really been well taken care of. I've lived in District 7 literally all my life. But, you know, there are some things that have been developing. We've got Rathborne Park expansion. We're looking to get a new ball field there, some parking, some other things that are going to go along with that project. So that's exciting. Ashton soccer fields are about done.
That's exciting.
Absolutely. A big drainage project in Mimosa Park that encompasses a new pump station, which is all part of the levee system, and we've actually broken ground on the levee system in the Ellington phase, the earthen portion. So, yeah, I mean, those are some big items. I can't take credit for all of them completely, but glad to see them moving forward and much needed for sure. Yeah, District 7's in a good place, but I still hope to hear from the residents. You know, I know their needs daily. So.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a continuous thing.
Absolutely, you've got to stay on top of it.
Well, look, thanks for coming on the show with me today. It was awesome having you.
I appreciate it, Tristan. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Look for the entire episode at www.scptoday.com or on SCP TV.